Hello everybody, my name is Bragster and welcome to another episode of Give and Take, where today we have two games, one against Leicester and one against Everton. Last time out we got two draws, our first draws of the series, one against Wolves, which was a 2-2 draw, and the other one against Leeds, which was 1-1, and in that game we managed to get Patrick Bamford. So yeah, I'm really happy with Patrick Bamford. He's only scored one goal this season so far, so hopefully he can score a few more for me while he's at the club, because let's be honest, the chances of any of these guys making it to the end of the season is very, very slim, because we're only in October and my team's already changed a considerable amount. So without further ado, we'll move on into the Leicester game unless anything happens beforehand. Right, so I've got the team here. Obviously we have to play Patrick Bamford in this match, so he'll be playing as a pressing forward on attack alongside Danny Ings in these striker roles. We're having to keep with this formation because, let's be honest, we still haven't got enough wingers. So we've got a few that could play on the right and not so much that can play on the left, although Walcott is coming back, but he can only play 45 minutes or is recommended, and I don't really want to rush him back just yet. But we've got a lot who can play down that on this right hand side, so we're going to stick with this formation for now before we get some more signings. We've got Obafemi on this right hand side. I was considering putting Lamptey there, but I'll give Lamptey a rest and leave him on the bench as a super sub, especially with his pace. We've got Proper and Ward-Prowse in midfield, trying to do the same thing that Proper was last time, and that's by going wide. I've added the instruction of run wide with the ball. I'm hoping that helps, and I've put Patrick Bamford to stay a bit wider as well to help him out a little bit more there, which is why this side of the pitch is, still getting covered. Then we've got Dendoncker in defence and midfield, Bertrand, Salisu, Dunk and Arnold in defence with Patricio in goal. We've told the fullbacks to go a bit more attacking to try and use their crossing ability. If it starts not to work and starts leaving this open, I will put those fullbacks back on support to try and help the defence out, but I'm hoping we can it will work. So let's get into the game. Right, so we're looking at the Leicester City side. You've got the people we can win that I would really like. Vardy is one of them. Iheanacho I wouldn't mind. Maddison and Barnes I would definitely like. Ndidi I would not mind either. The only problem with Ndidi, we've got a lot of midfielders. Schmeichel would be amazing. James Justin is another one. Like, basically the whole team is just incredible. I would like any of these. We know this is going to be a tough game, but hopefully we'll be able to put it out the bag with this random ass team. Right, so we started the game. Hopefully this works. I don't know how it's going to work against a much better side in Leicester. I say a much better side. We can beat them. It's just a matter of whether we can take advantage of situations like this with Ward-Prowse into Dunk and it goes over the bar. Stuff like that is what I'm hoping we can really work on and get those situations right. Dunk is playing really well at the moment. Shut out Vardy. Ings is running down this right hand side. He goes in, Danny Ings, but Schmeichel makes the save. And that's the end of that highlight. Highlight after highlight at the moment. Dendoncker into Ward-Prowse, into Proper. That left-hand side, there's a lot of space down that left-hand side, actually. Obafemi with his increased amount of pace, but he just can't get the shot on target, unfortunately. But this is a really good and exciting start by us, actually, which will probably mean we concede. But I'm hoping it doesn't mean that. Here we go, Maddison into Barnes. What a save by Rui Patricio. That might have been one of the best saves I've seen on Football Manager, to be honest with you. That was ridiculous. And another great save, Ndidi with the header. Jesus Christ, the fans are being treated in this one, aren't they? The time is just ticking. We are getting closer and closer to half-time. We've got a little highlight right at the end. Alexander-Arnold with the thing. Ward-Prowse with the thing. Then Donker's got the ball. Proper into Bamford. Bertrand's got it. Into Patrick Bamford! Bamford! Get in! Get in! So Patrick Bamford scores on his debut. But you could see, especially with our fullback on attack, like Bertrand's getting really high up there, and Patrick Bamford on his debut, getting him there with the goals. What a start. What a start to his career with us. And if the result stays the same, he will not be leaving. And if we win, he will definitely not be leaving after that goal. I will put outstretched arms and say that I'm pleased, because I am pleased. We've played really well so far. Alexander-Arnold is actually one of our worst performers so far, which is a surprise. There's a highlight right at the start of this game, of this half, sorry. And I'm just hoping it's not to them, but it very much looks like it is. But Alexander-Arnold with a great tackle, and hopefully we can put forward a counter-attack, but it is just snuffed out almost immediately. Iheanacho's tried to put the ball in, but Proper's got it into Danny Ings. Obafemi with his, 20-odd pace. Obafemi, he hit the post. He's had a few chances down that right-hand side now, which means I'm really tempted to possibly put Lamptey in there in a minute, because that was just caused a lot of trouble. Bertrand with a great block off the line, and then Rui Patricio with a great save. That was... Oh, we are struggling from those set pieces, but it seems like we are just hanging on by the skin of our teeth. And if we can get a second goal here, we could really create some distance between us and Leicester. Dendonker's got it back to Dunk, into Salisu. We are playing some nice football. Proper, that left-hand side has got a gap, but it doesn't matter because Ward-Prowse, but what a save by Schmeichel. We are really playing some fluid football. It's really nice to see. Not often do I see Dunk! Lewis Dunk from the resulting corner. Not very often that happens on this game. You see it quite a lot in real life where a goalkeeper will make a great save and then concede. And that's exactly what's happened here. From the resulting corner, Ward-Prowse into Lewis Dunk. What a goal. 2-0. We are getting 2 Leicester City players here. This is really good. And at the moment, it would be Maddison and Schmeichel, which I would be absolutely ecstatic with. And they've just taken off Maddison, which means that the likelihood is we will be getting Maddison now, which I'm more than happy with. I'm considering putting Lamptey down this right-hand side, but part of me does want to put Theo Walcott in. I do kind of want to put Walcott on that right-hand side to get his fitness levels back up. Hopefully that works. I'm going to take off Ward-Prowse, I think, as well, because I really don't want to risk him. I'm going to put in Alzate and hoping that works. I'm tempted to put on Che Adams for Danny Ings as well. And again, just keeping our big players safe, really. And then keeping that defence really solid, because they've not done much wrong in this game. Let's carry on. The triple substitution there. Hopefully that works. Proper's got the ball into Bertrand. Bertrand to Bamford. Oh! Bamford's been a real threat. Real threat for us at the moment against Leicester. Leicester just don't know how to deal with it. Time is just ticking on. I will praise the team for their performance right before the end. Hopefully they can just see this one out of a nice 2-0 victory against Leicester City. It is a nice 2-0 victory against Leicester City. What a performance. Look at the defenders there. I don't think there's been a bad performance. Probably Danny Ings was our worst performer that started the game off, and even he didn't perform that badly. I am extremely happy with that. That is a great win for us, and that sees us shoot up to 5th in the table now. Yeah, and we're going to get 2 Leicester City players. I don't know who we're going to get, but we are going to get 2 Leicester City players. Apparently Bamford's ended his goal drought of 6 matches. So really happy with that. Bertrand has played really well. Praise him for that. But let's look at this. Let's look at the match report, and we'll look at Leicester City's lineup. It is. We have got James Maddison and Kasper Schmeichel. Get in. So first of all is James Maddison. He can play in the midfield and then anywhere in this attack, which, bear in mind, we've been struggling in the attacking positions. That is really useful. So move him to the club. in you come James Maddison. That is a huge, these are huge signings for us. And we get Kashmir Schmeichel as well, probably one of the best goalkeepers in the world. One of my favourites to watch. He just looks impossible to beat every single time, and he's moving to our club. So there we go, with Kashmir Schmeichel in our team now. I'm really happy with that. Really happy with that game. So we're moving on now into the Everton game. Everton haven't had the best of starts in the league this season, only winning 2 games against Sheffield United and Burnley, and losing to Palace, Newcastle, Villa and Tottenham. So hopefully we can get a win there as well, and if we can, hopefully we can pick up some of their better players and really almost create a team that can push for these European positions. That would be amazing in a series like this. Right, so we have an injury, unfortunately, this time to Obita, one of the players that we took from Wickham right at the start of the season. He's only played once for us, but he's a good backup option at fullback, but unfortunately he'd be out for about 3 to 4 weeks. So that's our backup left back kind of gone. So hopefully we don't lose Bertrand in the next couple of games. Right, so I have done the team. It's very similar to last time, to be honest, except from a couple of minor changes. So we still have Bamford and Ings up top, with Bamford on the left-hand side of the attack. We have Lamptey on this right-hand side as a replacement for Obafemi. Similar pace, but he's actually better at crossing and stuff, so hopefully he can influence the game a little bit more than Obafemi was, because every time Obafemi got into position it wasn't quite working, but his pace got him into that position. So Lamptey is hopefully a better replacement there. Then you've got Maddison as this Mazzala on attack role, with Ward-Prowse and Dendoncker joining him in the midfield. The defence is the exact same, with Bertrand, Salisu, Dunk and Alexander-Arnold in defence, but obviously we have to play Kashmir Schmeichel in goals. So I mean, I don't mind having Kashmir Schmeichel and Patricio as my 2 goalkeepers at all. I do not mind that. Gives us a little bit of leeway just in case we lose one of those goalkeepers as well. So let's get into the game and hopefully we can nick some players off of Everton. Right, so looking at the Everton side, there are some really good players we could pick up. Pickford is one of them. Their defence is still very strong, so I wouldn't mind any of those. Obviously, on the game, Sigurdsson is good. We do not talk about the real life situation there. Let's just not talk about that. James Rodriguez is amazing, is a great player, obviously. Richarlison is a very good player on the game, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin is another really good player and would be a great addition to our striking force. Imagine having a striking force of Danny Ings, Patrick Bamford, Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Che Adams. It would be awesome, and we'd also have probably 3 of the best English strikers at the moment as well, so can't complain too much. So hopefully we can nick a few of those without losing any of ours. Right, so the game has started and there's an instant highlight. James Rodriguez into Mina, and it's straight into the back of the net. We are guaranteed to lose a player. Mina just putting one straight into the back of the net. He's a great header of the ball, and obviously we know that James is very good. Who missed that header? Salisu missed the header, unfortunately. We don't really have the best and the biggest of centre backs, so that's an issue when it comes to in the air. But they're very good defending wise, which is Dunk proved there as he took the ball off of Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Dunk puts a nice ball forward over to Patrick Bamford. They don't know what to do. Patrick Bamford nearly got his 2nd goal in his first 2 games. Hopefully we can score from the corner though. Ward-Prowse into Salisu. Not quite, but we were close to getting it in there. We're not used to really being behind. It's something that we've not really had to do so far. Obviously you can see the XG there. It's conceding from a corner is unfortunate. I'm going to demand more of the team because I am expected a little bit more off of them, but the game is just racing by. Schmeichel into Dunk. Hopefully we can build from the back and build a very good attack from here. Ward-Prowse into Lamptey. His pace is just incredible. Look at him go. Look at Lamptey go. Bertrand, Bamford, Bamford, Bertrand, get in! Patrick Bamford with a goal and an assist in his first 2 games, and Bertrand with a lovely, lovely goal. This formation, for whatever reason, is working. Like, I know I said it last episode, but I am very much coming across as a genius here.
Genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist.
Because that Patrick Bamford and not having that left winger role, but getting the midfielders, the left back and the striker to all fill that position so you don't notice the loss of a left winger is just... I can't believe it's working, but it is. Ward-Prowse into Dendoncker, back to Lewis Dunk, into Bertrand, Maddison. We haven't really seen much from Maddison in this game. He's gone a bit missing. I say gone a bit missing. He just is missing from the game. Dendoncker, Ward-Prowse, Lamptey! Oh my God, what a goal by Lamptey. Danny Ings with the assist. Lamptey with the goal. Again, it's just working, isn't it? That left hand side proving to be troublesome, and Danny Ings, Lamptey with a lovely run and top left hand corner. That's exactly why I brought Lamptey in over I can't remember the guy's name now. Obafemi, that's it. That's why I brought him in over Obafemi, because, you know, I felt like he could just get into those positions and really influence the game a little bit more, because I put in Obafemi for his pace, but I felt like we needed just a little bit more, and Lamptey is exactly that little bit more. But that's great to come from behind that fast in the first half. If we can really push forward here. Ward-Prowse, that was a pretty poor corner actually by Ward-Prowse, which you don't expect, but Ward-Prowse with a great cross, but Bamford puts it over the bar. But that would mean we'll be winning 2 players off of it. Well, we are winning 2 players guaranteed off of Everton at the moment, but it would be their 2 best players, and we'll be losing our worst rated player, which at the moment is James Maddison. But obviously that could change over the course of the game as time is ticking by. So we will be winning James Rodriguez and Mina, which we can't complain too much about. Richarlison nearly won the ball there, but Dunk picked it up. Into Lamptey, into Ward-Prowse. Ward-Prowse with a nice ball, but for whatever reason Bamford did not pick up the ball. They're trying to build up some sort of counter-attack, which could work. Into Calvert-Lewin, it drops back. They've found an overlap here with Coleman. Coleman over the top to Richarlison, but Schmeichel picks up the ball very nicely, and we can calm the game down just a little bit, and hopefully create our own little chance. But that's not happening as Calvert-Lewin puts in the ball in the back of the net, but it was quite clearly offside. So it better be offside. It is offside. So yeah, it was quite clearly offside. It was a great pass over, but we kept that back line very nice, and Calvert-Lewin, it made it easy for him, but luckily for us it was offside, so it didn't count. Bamford into Maddison, lovely ball over the top to Bertrand. If he can put in a cross, that would be good. It put back to Maddison, but a really nice save by Jordan Pickford. Imagine if we get Jordan Pickford and we have 3 of the best goalkeepers in the league. That would actually be quite funny. I wouldn't necessarily mind it, because it would be quite funny. Unfortunately we lost the ball there, but we picked it back up, put into Ward-Prowse, into Dendoncker. Alexander-Arnold, he's got a good cross on him. Alexander-Arnold, he puts it in. Penalty, surely Fabian Delph's given away a penalty there. We could be nicking 3 players off of Everton here. It's gotta be, right? Surely it is a penalty. Here we go. It should be Danny Ings taking it. He's our best penalty taker. He puts it in the back of the net, no questions asked. That is 3-1 against Everton here. Can't complain one bit. Yeah, we are just... What an episode today has been. We are just winning players left, right and centre. We're only going to be losing 1, hopefully. At the moment, the person we are going to be losing is Maddison. So there's no point in me taking Maddison off the pitch. I might just, again, start resting a few of my players that I don't really need to, that I want to play in the future. I'm trying to think. Might pay to put on someone like DJ. for Alexander-Arnold, pull back Lamptey a little bit and put DJ on that right-hand side. I don't know who else we could possibly put on just to rest one or two players. Maybe rest Ward-Prowse, because we have got City next. So rest Ward-Prowse, bring in Alzate. Why not? Because Alzate was a bit concerned by the signing of James Maddison. So let's just bring him in and see what he can do. But yeah, it does look like Maddison will be leaving us, unfortunately, and it could be Lewis Dunk actually, or Kashmir Schmeichel, because he's had nothing to do. Imagine if we win this game and we lose Kashmir Schmeichel just because he's done bugger all in the entire game. That would actually be quite funny. But we're going to keep moving forwards here. They're trying to do something. I'm going to praise the team again right at the death, just to see things through. And it does see things through. Southampton 3, Everton 1. Oh, we'll see who we win and lose. We'll go out and come back in. Let's praise the team and tell them I'm very, very happy with what they've done. Send the assistant to that, I don't really mind. But that puts us back up to 5th in the table. We have got 14 points from 7 games. I thought we could get 2 wins today, but I wasn't sure whether we would, and we have. We've got 2 very nice victories. We haven't lost in the league since the first game of the season, and we've only lost to Arsenal and Everton and Liverpool, 2 very formidable teams, so you can't complain too much. We'll possibly get the bad news out of the way first. I mean, it's either Maddison or Schmeichel. It's one of our new boys going almost immediately. And then we'll look here. We guaranteed Rodriguez and we guaranteed Mina. But then you're looking at the rest and you're looking at maybe, well, it's either Digne or Pickford. What I might do is get rid of Schmeichel and get in Pickford, so that way it doesn't really change too much. So we'll get in Rodriguez, we'll get in the guaranteed ones. Just look at this man. He's a great player, and yes, he's not as fast as he was, but you know, those physicals aren't great, but if you can put him in the pockets of these midfield positions and just get him to roam around, he's an incredible player to have on the team. So I'm very happy to have James Rodriguez. In you come James. Then we will get in Mina, which, you know, is a very good player. He's 6'4", really good heading. So, you know, something that we are missing in our defence is a really good header of the ball. Mina is definitely that. So we'll get him into the team. Happy days. And I think we'll get in Jordan Pickford as well, is the final one we'll get in. You know, probably the best English goalkeeper in right now. So we'll get in Jordan Pickford and we'll give them Kashmir Schmeichel. Just do a straight swap of the goalkeepers. That's the joy of winning these games, is you get to, 9 times out of 10 you get to choose who you lose, and you can also work out what position you want to lose as well, due to, you know, who you've gained as well. So we'll send over Kashmir Schmeichel to Everton, which, I mean, he's been a bit of a journeyman of the episode, hasn't he? He started the episode at Leicester, in the middle was at Southampton, and finishes the episode at Everton. I mean, you can't complain too much. Schmeichel, you're going to have a great season. But yeah, that is all of the swaps done. So those are the 3 for us and the 1 for them, which means we do have to play Pickford, Mina and James Rodriguez in the next episode, which I can't complain about. And we get to play them against Manchester City, and given the fact that we got no weak players, I'm very happy with that. We're going to have a very formidable side to possibly even pick up some players against Manchester City, and any players from Manchester City is a bonus. We saw what we got when we picked up 1 player from Liverpool, and that was Trent, and he's really done well in this team so far. So hopefully we can do well against Manchester City in the next episode. And then after that we got Fulham, so hopefully if we lose in the first game we can pick up a win in the second one to balance things out in the episode. But yeah, that is it for this episode of Give and Take. If you have enjoyed it, make sure to hit that like button just to show me that you are enjoying the series. Comment down below your thoughts on this episode. Were you expecting us to get 2 wins? Because I certainly wasn't. And yeah, if you're new here, please do subscribe so you do not miss a thing. And I shall see all of you in the next episode. See ya!